But first off the bat, it is indeed a Talewarden Rise of the New Day. I've been looking forward to this. I've been very much looking forward to this. So I apologize for my throat, my voice, and my sniffliness. I will do my best to keep it in check. Let's go! This is a demo of Talewarden Rise of the New Day. In this version, we take the player through the very first moments of the game. After that, we skip some content to present the campfire mechanic where you can talk to your companions. Understood.
Yay.
Does every existence have a purpose? Does creation have a purpose? Do you have one? We want to create. We want our story to exist. Will you exist for us, Talewarden? You are falling. A moment ago, you were in a different place. Your home, your room. But now something is dragging you down. We are. Then there is darkness. You wake up gasping for air as something floods your mouth. It's cold and dark and there's pain. But when the liquid floods your vision, the need to fight it, some instinct smolders in you. It takes ages, or seconds. You're not sure anymore. You jerk not to drown and expect more pain, but when you get up, it is gone. You cautiously survey your surroundings. The fear grips you so tightly that you dare to dwell on one thought only. What is happening? You look at your reflection distorted by the ripples. You remember. Your name is... Endora. Endora, we should address you by... Oh, that's nice. What's going on? Where am I? You consider calling for help. Silence reigns here as if the place lay at the bottom of a forgotten chest. Interrupting this tranquility seems unwise. You decide to... Stay silent. You don't shout. Something or someone you may not favor could answer. You wait for something to happen. You're not even sure what exactly, but this world is deaf to your presence. For now. You push yourself to climb. You're greeted by a hostile desert drenched in weary sunset. It's an alien world. A despicious world. Instinct whispers to you that you are not welcome here. And it's right. I need to clean my glasses. I'm struggling to read again today. I'm ruining it. Ooh. Look at the roots, look at the mountains, look at the storm. A dark band of thunderclouds connects the sand and the sky. They curl up with unnatural grace and speed, forming a fine shape as if they're sealed in a glass case. The storm seems to be approaching you. Well, that's not good. You can't tell how far away the mountains are, but you fear you wouldn't reach them until the storm reaches you. Besides, you might not be the only one considering the mountains as shelter. Your last resort would be to hide in a nearby building, but without a roof, it is not very tempting. Yeah, no. Pale roots sticking out from under the sand like the spines of underwater creatures, hard and dry, pockmarked like coral. As you stand in the desert, you feel an inexplicable pressure. It's fear, how could it not be? But partially it's a peculiar sense of being observed. There is no wind, and the air is odorless. Your ears ring from the uninterrupted silence of nothingness. Soon the wind rises, and the first thunder rumbles in the distance. The storm is getting closer. But storms don't move so fast across the sky. At least not in your world. Should you hide? There's nothing around that can shield you from the storm. The best thing to do is hide in a crater and wait it out. But what if lightning strikes while you're knee-deep in that liquid? As if mocking you, lightning cuts the sky. or risk your chances at the crater. When you listen to the sound of approaching thunder, a new sound catches your attention. The muffled shouts and the rustle of sand. Something else is coming for you. You twitch as two riders approach on the edge of the crater. Their mounts are barely visible in the cloud of dust. One figure is holding a crossbow, the other is tilting their head and inspecting the bottom of the crater as if looking for something. When they see you, they smile in surprise. They both jump off their mounts. We saw you from afar. How brave of you to wander alone in the desert. You could easily be noticed by something other than us. Good thing it was just us. We helped the lost, and the new. And you've already drawn the attention of the storm. We better hurry now. The rider gives a nod to his companion. They untie something attached to the saddle. Then they drag it along the sand with one hand, while aiming at you with the other. Do you know what's going on here? Where am I? The rider examines you in silence. Then, he smiles. You're in the world called Notoria. I am... where? There'll be time for all your questions soon. You can call me Ghost and this is Lima. This world is indifferent to courtesies, the more reason to keep them. So, what's your name? Well, they were kind enough to introduce themselves, so I shall introduce myself, as much as I want some answers. My name is Endora. Lima raises their crossbow slightly. Their watchful stare makes you anxious. You feel like vermin caught in a cage you've entered by yourself. Ghost nods, then points to Lima's crossbow as if by boredom. You can hide it for now. Lima glances at him but follows the order. Ghost gracefully runs down the crater wall, with his hand tucked behind his back. He stops in front of you, studying your attire. He barely looks in his 20s, yet he wears an expression meant for someone older. He exudes doubtless confidence. A necklace with a mirror pendant hangs around his neck. In its reflection, something shifts, an image that doesn't belong there. But the scene changes quickly, revealing your face. He nods quickly at Lima and shifts from foot to foot. Despite his smile, he glances uneasily at his companion and then at the sky. He's so cool! Lima slides down after him with a device tucked under their arm. The ease and efficiency with which they move suggests they've done this before. The jaw is replaced by a metal implant, and their eyes are not human nor animal, but are in fact two sparkling lenses. They look at you, not blinking once. Who are you two? We are the residents. But we once fell here, just as you did, many, many sunsets ago. Here. Here, which is where? Here, nowhere, everywhere. As I said, we call this place Notoria, and we will protect you from it, for now. I remember falling. I am dead? No, you're very much alive. You cheated death. Cheated? I don't understand. You will soon. We have a few moments to chat now. Lima gently lowers the device into the liquid. Lima removes the syringe-like object from it as its weight causes it to sink to the bottom. A flexible black tube links the syringe to the device, and as Lima pulls the liquid, the canteen gradually fills with a shimmering goo. What are you doing? Gathering special resources. Those resources had almost drowned you a moment ago. Now, however, there is no trace of it on your body or clothes, as if it had been absorbed immediately. You lean over and dip your hand. The liquid flows down your finger. Somehow it's both pristine and thick as honey. What is this thing? Leave it. It won't affect you now. When you lift your fingers, the liquid is completely soaked into your skin. Lima ignores you and Ghost looks up at the sky. They have no intention of answering you. Did I really crash here by a comet? Are you asking because you don't remember falling or because you don't believe it's real? Both. All I remember is something pulling me out of my chair. Then the ringing in my ears and the ground coming at me. Really, really fast. And now we're standing here. Lima saw you fall from the observation tower. Your comet, if you will. We came as quickly as we could. So, it's real. Ghost gives you a sympathetic smile. It's more sad than pitying, which makes it seem sincere. You wrap your arms around yourself more tightly. It's been a long time since someone new has fallen. I'm glad. I saw those roots on the surface too. What are they? A keen eye. They resemble roots, so that's what we call them. However, I don't know anyone who knows exactly what they are or what they grow from. They cover most of Notoria. How come that they weren't destroyed by my fall? They're completely intact. Notoria has many secrets. Canteen's full. Do we have another? No, I don't travel with more than just one nowadays. I mean, what for? Shit, if only she hadn't shown up here, we could return here later. One canteen won't be enough. It has to be. Ghost leans over and pours the liquid into a small bottle he kept in his coat. Indora, we must hurry now, so allow me to make you an offer. You can go with us and we will keep you safe. Or you can stay here and see what fate has to offer. I dare say that would be brave of you. Lightning strikes in the distance. The mounts on the edge of the crater lift their heads and wail. It's almost a human cry. She's coming. He offers you a hand. I'll accept the help. You obeyed Ghost and Ghost approves. Obeyed, huh? Ghost helps you climb to the surface. Another thunder rumbles across the sky. A warning. The wind hits you and it almost pushes you back into the crater's belly. You hide your faces from the sand and approach the mounts. Don't look Zaharis in the eye. You decide to... Don't look at the mount. What do you mean don't look it in the eye? I want to look at it. We're gonna look at it. Despite his warning, you couldn't resist. We like that about you. Oh, pretty! The mounts are emaciated to the extreme. Their bones push against their skin, which seems unnaturally smooth and shiny, like the belly of a dead fish. They have a horse-like muzzle. However, their lips are slightly wider, and their teeth are dog-like sharp. They look at you wisely. You almost expected them to speak. Under your gaze, they step towards you, taking your interest as a challenge. No. Good horsey thing. They both bare their teeth. Their grimace unnervingly reminds you of a smile. I told you not to look them in the eye. They get restless. You'll ride with me. The storm still catches up with you, roaring in rage. You can almost make out words in that wail. As the clouds envelop you, soft feathers drift around. Ooh. Even with your face covered, you can still feel the sand in your eyes and mouth. You curl up behind Ghost, clutching his coat. The only sounds you hear are the swish of air and the canteen banging against the saddle. Almost there. The mountains, distant until now obscure the horizon and welcome you into their embrace. You're an insignificant speck between giants about to collide. Lightning strikes above you. The mounts jump up violently as the wind tosses sand and metal parts, and something hits your leg. A scrap of metal slices your skin. Your scream is lost in another thunder. As darkness creeps under your eyelids, you notice a fortified gate implanted in the rock wall. Then you faint. Did our wish come true? Can you hear us? You wake up when warm air blows into your nostrils. You open your eyes. One mount leans its head over you, caressing your cheek. You're lying on the ground. Ghost pushes the mounts away and leans over you. His hair peeks out from beneath a hat, all tousled. Dust has settled on his face and clothes. Ah, you're awake. You're trapped within four walls with a single window next to a pocket door. Someone is watching you from the other side of the glass. The air here is musty, and the smell of metal makes you nauseous. Loud knocks echo against the metal door behind you. Yet the door remains closed, and only the latch trembles with each subsequent strike. It's the storm. She's trying to come inside, but she won't succeed. She'll get bored soon and leave. Doesn't sound like she's... When you try to stand up, an intense and sudden pain pierces your leg. Be careful now. You've just fainted. And you haven't even lost that much blood. Does this happen to you often? You look down where it hurts. Blood has stained your clothes and seeped into the ground. Please, don't panic. Don't panic! Don't panic! Groan in disgust. Ugh, I hate blood. Run a simplified admission procedure. But, Sheriff, she's still bleeding. Now. Lima's voice is cold and mechanical. They lean over you and one of their lenses turns red. A focused beam of light runs over your body. DNA scan reveals she's a human. No weapons, no implants. What is the name of your home planet or world? I'm from Earth. Do you have any possessions with you? Why are you asking? It's part of the procedure. Lima ensures that no one who enters the town poses a threat to our people. If you don't cooperate, I'll have to search you myself, even in this state. Fine, fine. I don't have anything with me. How can you contribute to Cradle Town? You can only focus on the pain. You feel the sand sticking to your wound. The only response Lima gets from you is a grumble through your teeth. Can you fight? Do you have any powers? Any particular skills? Powers? I don't have any powers. I'm just average. A normal gal. What were you doing before the fall? I've started the computer. I wanted to play... Are you a scientist? Technician? Can you control technology or weave data? Weave? No. I just wanted to turn on a video game. And what purpose? Just for fun. I turned on the video game because I wanted to play. A moment later, I woke up in the desert. Lima and Ghost exchanged confused glances. I can make you a pretty dance, but I need a healthy leg for that. Yes. Funny. I thought it was. The silence that falls is piercingly cold. Please. Ghost reaches under his coat. You notice a golden badge hooked onto his belt, right next to the holstered revolver. I approve the assignation. So soon, but Giacomo has to perform the second test. We will continue the procedure later. Ghost ignores them and hands you a small bottle that he has filled with the shimmering liquid back at the crater. Ooh, pretty. Pour it on your wound. It'll help. You're in too much pain. You take the bottle. You don't trust him. See, now I'm too trusting. So if this kills me, oh well. You can't tell if his words are genuine or if it's a trap. The pain makes the choice for you. Without even rolling up your pant leg, you grab the bottle and pour liquid over your wound. When the bottle is empty, Ghost takes it and hides it in his coat. It will not heal otherwise. You blink a few times. Your nerves are stunned as much as you are. Your wound has healed. When you stand up, the pain disappears as if it was never there. What? How is that possible? Lima and Ghost exchange amused glances. Rookie. You only survived the fall because this liquid began regenerating you the moment you hit the surface. We call it Nixa. So, it's underground? Not quite. Whenever someone falls, the crater fills with it, just enough to save someone's life. We did dig for it, but never found the source. It's our most valuable commodity and the only natural remedy whose effects you have just seen. We use it as currency and medicine, but each resident of our town can only request the amount of Nixa they are entitled to. You'll get your share after you'll prove yourself useful. That is, if we decide to keep you. Why do you even want to help me? We help all who seek refuge. If they abide by our laws, we welcome them here and reward them for their work. And where exactly are we? Cradle Town. The safest place there is. The lightning strikes at the door, and the sound echoes throughout the room. Even Ghost and Lima step back, and the mounts whine. What will happen to me now? So now I'm your prisoner. Thanks for the unusual welcome. That's just the kind of fun I'm into. What will happen to me now? Sorry. You will stay in our town until we resume the admissions procedure. We'll provide you with every comfort. Now I am awaited inside. Please follow us. I will take you to the ship. Ship? What about temporary quarters? I want to keep this one close. Lima grabs Zahiris' reins, and they both head toward the entrance by the window. Ooh. The door opens with a buzz. You follow them in silence. You walk through the tunnel. Ghost sets the path before you, and Lima watches your back. The mounts follow you calmly. The walls are quite uneven, as if the tunnel has been dug up and sculpted by hand. Several floral bulbs, which have been hung using a string, illuminate your path. You raise your hand to touch them. I wouldn't do that. They can swallow your fingers. But I want to touch. You slide your finger over the flower quickly so that it cannot retaliate for your rudeness, but the flower seems dead. You glance mistrustfully at Lima. They flash their lens in response. Boo! Ahead of you, another door emerges from the darkness. Ghost unlocks them with the door control panel and they slide open. Before you, Cradletown stands. The air is thick with the warm, comforting scent of wood, blended with the subtle sweetness that's hard to pin down. Strings of lamps stretch between the buildings where townsfolk sit on their porches. A few of them turn their gaze to you, lenses flash and pupils widen. Some twist their necks at unnatural angles to get a better look. This way. Ghost leads you toward a narrow alley. He walks quickly, not bothering to hide his haste. Lima says their goodbyes and leaves, taking the mounts. You stroll down the littered street, discarded cans and crumpled paper strewn across the ground. The writing on the papers resembles magical runes. You can't decipher it. As you walk by a dimly lit porch, a couple sitting in rocking chairs notices you. One of them is missing a nose, and a small indentation on their face amidst a puff of smoke. Hey, Sheriff, found a salvation yet? It takes time. Yeah, so does the waiting. Yo, who's that? The other person leans in. Their skin is a deep shade of blue and is covered with tiny scales. They have fins for ears. Surprise blossoms on their face at the sight of you, and their cheeks blush a warm lavender colour. Do not concern yourself with us. Residents immediately look away and indulge in whispers. Ooh. As I said before, it's been a long time since anyone new arrived. You're sure to catch a few glimpses. As you follow Ghost through the labyrinthine streets, your eyes dart around the houses that line the way. At times, you catch sight of someone's eyes watching you from a window, but they disappear as soon as you look closer. You're not humans? Some residents are, like you and me, but others aren't. Are you disturbed by people who are different from you? Of course not. Besides, they are my biggest concern at the moment. Ah, you're not interested in who we are, but rather why we're here. Believe me, I wish I knew that too. Have you all fallen here the same way I did? Yes, we all did. Tomorrow we'll finish the admission procedure, and I'll introduce you to townsfolk and show you around. Why not now? Now I have other duties to attend to. Here we are. Oh. You leave the tangle of alleys onto the starship. It seems as if the starship collided head-on with the mountain. While some of its walls have been patched up with metal scraps, the cockpit is completely destroyed. It leans against the wall in a slight curve, and fit for any use other than accommodation. Is this a real spaceship? Did someone crash it here? Nah, how lovely to see someone startled by our town. Yes, the ship has fallen here with one of the residents. Town's creator, to be precise. Now it's home to me and my subordinates. If you ever need to visit a clinic, it's in the building on the right. There's a passageway that runs directly through the ship and leads right to it. So you do have a doctor here? No any Nixa? We have a healer. She treats minor injuries. For more severe wounds, like the one on your leg, we turn to Nixa. You approach the starship. Ghost clicks something on the panel next to the pocket door, which, after a moment, slides open. Ghost leads you into a corridor, illuminated by fluorescent lights at the ceiling. He gestures for you to go on, and as you do so, something flashes at the end of the hall. A mirror on slightly crooked legs with a golden frame. A crack spreads across the mirror like a scar, cutting your reflection in half. Why would anyone put it there? Your cabin is on the right. The sound of accelerated footsteps interrupts him. Someone is running through the corridor toward you. Ghost! It's the woman. She... Hi. Oh no. Take me to her. Before running away without any explanation, he reaches under his coat, his hands slightly shaking. Endora, I will meet you in your cabin later. Take my journal and study town's map, but don't wander anywhere. Who's that? I want to know who that is. They run down the corridor and turn left to the clinic. You're left alone. Fluorescent lights buzz quietly above your head, and you stare at your crooked reflection. More and more questions form in your head. Before you fell, you switched on a game you played many times before. Everything else is a blur. What happened back there? Did someone do this to you? You ponder the faint memory of someone's voice as you were falling. As you stand quietly, a creeping sensation starts to take over again. Over once again. You tense up at the feeling of someone staring at you, deceiving you. Maybe it's your reflection, or maybe someone is peering at you from their room. You shiver. With Ghost gone, you can either comply and stay in your cabin, or disobey him and explore Cradletown. You acquire a journal. The journal tracks mysteries and character information you gather, and all items you've found. To open the journal, click on the icon in the upper right corner. If you're able to explore the area, a journal with a map will automatically display. From there, you can select the destination you wish to travel to. We wonder what you will discover. Oh! Go to clinic. You make your way down the corridor, your footsteps echoing against the metal floor. It's so incredibly quiet here. It's a different kind of tranquility from the eerie stillness of the desert. Here, the silence is sedating. There, it was perilous. No, it's too perilous. 2 plaques hang above the mirror, clinic and warehouse. You peek into the warehouse. The room is pitch black. You can't see a single shape. Oh, wow. I don't like... Ooh. Sorry. Don't like that. You turn towards a slightly ajar door which reveals the interior of the clinic. Red fingerprints stain the control panel. A metallic smell wafts through the entire corridor. You feel a lump in your throat. What was that sound? It was low, like a cat's purr, and intermittent, as if uttered between quick breaths. Something is rustling in the next room, and then an indistinct whisper interrupts the cry. Sounds like hastily crafted consolation. You can smell it before you see it, blood spilled on the ground further on. You instinctively step back, sensing danger. Whatever happened here, someone lost lots of blood. Someone moves behind the deck's door, and an argument breaks out. It's hushed to a whisper, but still full of tension. Is this our fault? I wanted to use more, but you ordered me. We must save those reserves. But why? If you'd only explain to me why, I don't doubt you, Sheriff. But I know when you doubt yourself. Just tell me. Why did you order me to uphold our reserves? We have so little left anyway. Just follow the orders you were given. What about the canteen lima bought? Save it. Just tell me, could you have saved her if you'd used more? I don't know if that would have made a difference. I had to perform a C-section. She was unconscious and losing too much blood. I could save her or that. Or the baby. Oh gosh. As you approach the room to hear better, you bump into boxes stacked against the wall. You quickly retreat and hide behind the wall. You hear movement in the other room. When they resume their conversation after a moment, they speak to you quietly for you to hear. The sight was not meant for your eyes, and you know it. You return to the corridor. I will go to my... I want to go... Oh. I feel like I'm gonna cause mayhem if I leave, but I also want to go explore. Oh, I don't want to piss anybody off. Go to Main Street. Empty alleys lead you to a main street. You whisper, "It's high noon," and raise your invisible guns. Coincidentally, a tumbleweed rolls across the street. Yes! That's hilarious. Notices of missing items and job offers are posted on the board. Someone even announced a request to clear their haunted blood. Another person wanted to organize an evening of poetry. Only 2 people signed up. There are also posters. Yes, those notorious wanted posters. All the drawn faces seem to mock you, and there are a lot of them. You look at the ones with the highest reward quoted in Nixon milliliters. A condition is to bring them alive. Ooh! Hang on, let me move out the way so you can see the faceless musician. Hang on, I have to do that instead. Ooh! So the shepherd, is that the shepherd of fortune? The storm sailor, the poet of Cradletown, and the faceless musician. Ooh! A shepherdess with a mantle over her shoulders. A woman adorned with jewelry and peculiar tattoos on her neck. A robot covered in moss with one eye broken. And a man with large thick scars as if his face was chopped in half. Ooh. The stone walls, fortified with patches of shiny metal, hold the town in a stranglehold. They resemble the walls carved by your fall. Each structure is a patchwork of mismatched materials, with scraps of metal and wood pieced together in a ramshackle fashion. Tall legs of sturdy framework encircle the town like the rungs of a protective cradle. This place seems safe, but you can't help the strange feeling that something is watching you. Maybe it's townspeople's curious glances. Maybe it's the mirrors. Some townsfolk are busy trading goods, while others sit around barrels chatting, playing cards, or watching twitching hologram images on small portable monitors, or ethereal smoke-like figures moving in someone's palm. There's a low hum in the air. Some of the residents are lifting objects around them without using their hands. You don't know if it's magic or technology. Here they are intertwined. They couldn't be more different from each other, yet you notice one thing they all have in common. Their faces reflect the same weariness and a strange indifference. Something in their eyes ages them, perhaps the seclusion of this isolated place. Most of them wear cowboy hats. Newcomer? It's been so long. Another human? As you glance at the signs on the buildings, tattoo animations, spells undoing, repairing magic, you feel confused. As you stroll, you pass by a large repair shop. You glance inside at the pieces displayed in the front window. They all seem like things of fiction. Tucked away behind the bustling main street, you find a stable that shelters a small group of Zahirs. Zahirs? I would like to know how I pronounce that. Quietly facing the wall as if drawn to something within the stone. The stale scent of dry hay hangs in the air, emphasizing the unsettling absence of food and water in the trough. Zahia's remain quiet, gazing in one direction only. People's interest grows with repeated rumor of your presence, but no one welcomes you directly. You walk away to avoid their stares. Go to the saloon and then the market. A little longer walk couldn't hurt anybody. The ghost can wait. I'm gonna get a telling off. You push the batwing doors open. You imagine the stares you'll receive as soon as you walk in, just like in the movies. However, the noise and bustle help you slip into the bar unnoticed. Heavy cigar smoke scratches your throat as you move through the crowd. The smell here is not only of smoke, but also of something soapy. Some tables are covered with cards and glasses filled with a white, clear liquid that looks like diluted milk. The liquor shelf seems mostly empty. You stop by the bar. Skulls. So many skulls. Large enough to curl up inside or thinner than a thimble. Some have multiple eye sockets. Some have horns. And rows of sharp teeth that could cage you easily. You don't want to know what they belong to or why they ended up here. There are even more of them on the wall near the bar. Old-fashioned mirrors, similar to the one you saw on the starship, hang between them. There's an emphasis on the mirrors. Why? When you walk up to the bar, you also see wanted posters you saw before. Can I help you? The bartender wipes a glass. His beady, shining eyes focus intently on you. As you stare back at him, he snorts with amusement. So what do you need? Look respectfully. I love that that's an option. A glass of water? What do you have in return? Oh, yeah, that might be an issue. Nothing? Sorry, never mind. What about your attire? I like the look of it. My hoodie, really? Won't that raise suspicion if I leave my hoodie? I'm a bit... We'll give the hoodie. Thanks. I'll give it to one of my partners. They'll love it. Here you go. The bartender pours you a glass of water. You hope it's water. It has a strange color and smells musty. It's freshly filtered. Filtered from what? Do you really want to know? On the second thought, you'd rather not think about it. You take the glass and drink it whole before doubt kicks in. It tastes like dust. But a poor use of free will. I see you're a newcomer. The word of the new comment has not reached me yet. I'm Bell. Did you get an expedited admission procedure or something? I guess so. The storm caught up to us and the sheriff was busy. Great, then they won't send an expedition to gather more Nixa. The storm destroys everything in her path. Did you see how much they collected? Oh. One canteen. What? So little? They said they weren't prepared. They should have been. Doesn't matter, it's not your problem. Are you even allowed here? Sheriff permitted you to wander only by yourself. Sure he did! He didn't. I should go back. As for me, you can stay. I don't care. Oh, well, I like you. Thank you. Ask about... Ooh. Cradletown. It's a town. You're in it. Touché. I don't know what else to tell you. It has lasted longer than any other town on Notoria that I know of. That's because it has good rules. The sheriff doesn't hesitate to kick out anyone who causes problems. I'm just exploring. I'm not causing problems, I swear. I'm just curious. It's a good way to prevent overpopulation. There's also plenty of work here, which keeps people busy. On Notoria, there aren't many things to do. You can either work in a town or commune, or live as a solivagant on the surface, at the mercy of the desert. I chose Cradletown. What can you do in here? You can go entertain yourself, look for a job on notice boards. Hell, you can even stand on the main street and sing. Some folks do that just out of boredom. Every resident is either entertaining others or creating something. Any novelty gets an applause. And if Ghost allows you to stay, you can volunteer for expeditions. At least, that was the case until recently. Ghost suspended all expeditions some time ago. Ask about the skulls. These are trophies brought by hunters from the expeditions. They bring you skulls? No, I harvest skulls from what they bring me. He gives the bartender a look of mild horror mixed with disgust. It forces him to elaborate. It's a little hobby of mine, and I have a creative soul. Ask about the sheriff. What of him? I don't know. Doesn't he seem a little young? Everyone thought so too. No one took him seriously. When the founder of Cradletown announced that he wanted to grant Ghost authority, many opposed the idea by submitting their candidacy. One sunset, before the founder made the decision, Ghost revealed the secrets of each candidate, things no one should have known, which humiliated them in the eyes of everyone. Oh, he's sneaky. He promised that no one would be harmed or suffer injustice under his protection. He knew that the law can't be just bureaucracy, and he won. Till this sunset, he did keep his word. Whenever trouble starts, he shows up right away with Lima and Jacko, and they quickly settle the matter. But bartender leans close in and whispers, covering his mouth with a handkerchief. He promised that he would find a way back home, but that promise is aged like milk. Many believe that he says he's still looking for a way just to keep his badge. That's me. How long have you been here? No idea. It's been so long that I barely remember my homeworld. But there was no sand. Here, there's a lot of it. It gets everywhere. Since the sheriff's old squad found me, I haven't surfaced once because of the sand. What do you do here all day? Like everyone else, I try to stay sane. Liquor helps. And besides that, I visit my partners. So you never surface? No, too much sand and monsters. I think I'll be going. Be careful. If you wander around, you're sure to cause quite a stir. Everyone saw the sheriff and Lima leave in a hurry. Once they realize you're the reason why, you'll become their biggest attraction. A symbol of hope, even. Hope for what? For change. No one talks about it out loud because Ghost has the means to hear everything, but people whisper about the need for change, and the bartender listens. Recently, he hasn't made any effort to send us back home. In fact, he's become even more avoidant since the Wanderer arrived in town. Who was it? He was a solivagant. Came here to trade, but instead of following the proper procedure, he came to my saloon and caused trouble. He said that he was kicked out of his village for a crime that he claimed he didn't commit. But there was guilt in his eyes. Then Ghost came for him and kicked him out of the town. After that, the sheriff started leaving his office even less than before. He was constantly busy and suspended the expeditions. No one knows why. Ooh, we have a mystery. Anyway, I hope you prove to be better than that wanderer. If so, the saloon is open all sunset. All sunset? Yep. Actually, if you're so eager to explore, you could check the schedule at the Expedition's HQ for me. I want to know if anything's changed. Okay. Thanks, kiddo. The bartender never leaves his saloon. You decide to head out, but as you turn to leave, you catch a glimpse of movement in one of the mirrors. You thought you saw the silhouette of a man, but when you quickly search for a reflection, you see no one. But others see you. Someone even invites you to a table when you walk through the Batwing door. You recall Ghost's command to stay in the starship. Oops, sorry. Despite Ghost's young appearance, he exudes an air of authority that is hard to ignore, and you consider coming back. The feeling that you are breaking some unspecified law haunts you. But maybe exploring the town a little longer won't cause any harm. I went to check the mystery. Oh, we only have the market to check. What harm could that do? I'm gonna be in so much trouble, aren't I? Ooh. You walk up to the row of stalls and look at the laid out trinkets. Petite bottles filled with suspicious boiling liquids that promise to alter mood and thoughts, handmade weapons, jewelry, prostheses, and implants with coupons redeemable at the nearby mechanic. You pass a food stand. The food looks rather overcooked, and it's hard to tell whether that skewered on wooden sticks was once a root or a rodent. The smell of spices and burnt oil irritates your stomach. Hunger strikes quickly. You hope someone will give you a meal soon. One merchant notices your interest and waves at you. A light symbol scars their face in a tree cross-section pattern. Oh, hi! They respond favorably to your glance. They pick up a pair of boots and say they're perfect for running away from a sandweaver, whatever that means. They try to sell them to you enthusiastically. You politely refuse, explaining you have nothing to exchange. Oh, nothing in exchange. You look at other things they have on display. Where'd you get all those items from? All my goods are from the last expedition. Did you know the hunters found an abandoned backpack? There was so much stuff in it, these boots included. I'm telling you, you won't find such boots anywhere else. They have been checked by the sheriff, of course. I sell nothing dangerous. Hunters? Expeditions? Well, yes. Expeditioners who hunt for goods. You politely refuse. Oh, okay. How can I pay for your stuff? I'll accept items of similar value for an exchange, but the value is for me to determine, as my stuff is the most wonderful there is. Do you sell food here? I don't, but you can buy crystallized wishes, chewable bones, or even fried cacti there. Right there. If you're looking for something more concrete, you can pay me now and I'll ensure its delivery on the next expedition. I heard from Bell that expeditions have been postponed lately. Well, yes, but that makes the offer even better. Once the expeditioners deliver the goods, their price will increase, and I guarantee that I won't take any extra payment from you. I think I'll pass. So what's it going to be? Would you like a patch of bulb flowers smeared with tarry saliva? It won't heal big wounds, but it's good for small cuts. We have to manage somehow since they cut our nigger rations, right? Oh, some jewelry. Everyone likes jewelry here. It's quite pretty. I like your style. It's a shame you don't have anything cozier. I'd trade my stuff for it. Oh well. Darn it, my hoodie. Oh, and how about... They lean closer to you and add in a whisper. Raw Munu root, I assure you, this delivery is extremely strong. Much stronger than that diluted liquor Bell sells. But I still don't have anything for exchange. I see. Then maybe... Ah! You could go to the saloon and bring me my glasses. I left them there last sunset. If you do this, I will give you a sample of Munu. I might even add a hot gossip to it for free. Sure, yeah. Splendid. Once again, you get the feeling of being watched, as if someone or something was standing right behind your back. You wonder if Ghost has already noticed your absence. Shh. Your silly anxiety persists, even though you're only gone for a short while. Maybe you should get back soon. You return and see Bell still wiping the glass. What'd you need? The pink-haired merchant wanted their glasses back. Good. I wasn't going to leave my saloon just to return them. Here. Bell just wags his tail in response. You return to the market. The merchant doesn't seem to see you, but when you... Oh god, I'm sorry. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. But when you come closer... Oh, stretch. They immediately smile. Do you have them? Yes. The merchant takes the glasses and wipes them. So, I promised you a gossip, didn't I? They wave at you to come closer to their stall. I went to higher-ups to resubmit the request to demolish the theatre. I mean, who needs it anyway? We need more space to expand the market. That's what I said. But they dismissed me just like that. They told me that the sheriff has postponed all requests for another week. Yet he had already dismissed me 3 times in the past month. Want to know my opinion? They put on their glasses and lean for something hidden under the stall. I think he grew even more bitter after this shooting incident. Shooting incident? Oh, you know, when he allegedly shot one of his older crew. They hand you something small, shaped like a snail's shell. A root of some kind. I'm not... Oh, my tracking has gone. Come back. Come back. I don't think I'm going to take a bite. I'm a bit... You won't eat it. It smells sour and potent like fermented apples. What is this? It's raw Muna root. Town's favorite. How come you don't know this? I do. I just forgot. It is edible, right? Well, yes, but you have to cook it first. The merchant squints their eyes and looks at your face for the first time with glasses on. Wait a minute. You're not from around here. You don't want your presence to cause any gossip that reaches Ghost's ears, so you decide to run away. Sorry, I need to go. Alright, let's go back to my cabin. Are you sure? Going to the cabin will end your first sunset? Well, I think so. Ooh. Like all the others, you fell here by a comet. Nixa, a liquid that filled your crater, has healed you after your fall. Roots. The roots cover most of Notoria. They emerge from beneath the surface, but no one knows what they grow from. Mysterious man. Mysterious man, a Solivagan who wandered into Cradletown, allegedly expelled from his village for a crime he didn't commit. The sheriff expelled him from the town. Since then, Ghost has become inaccessible to people's requests. Ooh, I like this. I love the artwork so much. It's so pretty. Ghost, Cradletown sheriff. He promised people a return to their world, a goal he also shares. He acts superior, but only accepts fairness. Skills, gathering information. We have no... Oh, they're gonna distrust me now. Oh, no. Okay. Yes, I am. You sneak again into the ship. You find your cabin ready to rest. The door next to you opens slightly. Something stirs in the darkness. It mumbles. You freeze and listen. A clap. Then a sharp snap as if something is being ripped apart. Oh, no! You completed the first half of Act 1. After the events in Act 1, you'll be sent to the surface to find the notorious Riders of the Night. They'll be your companions throughout the game. Now we'll introduce the campfire, a major mechanic that begins in Act 2. For this demo, conversations have been shortened. Ah, look! Have a look at the character you want to talk to. You can talk to all of them or skip the campfire altogether by clicking on the fire. Engaging in conversations will increase your affection, which will have a big impact on your story. Will you join the Riders or will you rest? So Finch, the poet, Zohan, Daedra, and Battis. Okay, well, we might as well go around in a circle. As you approach, you hear music and a bird chirping. Finch sits near the poet, with Lassie on his shoulder, singing to his tune. He plays using his finely sculpted fingernails, shaping the melody into a characteristic sharp sound. One string is broken and curled up like a serpent. As you approach him, he stiffens and puts down the guitar. When he gets up, he stumbles over. You wouldn't think a statue could reflect embarrassment in such detail. Finch tilts his head so that his hair covers his face and sinks into his poncho. I would like to talk to you. Finch nods bashfully and pulls out his notebook. Before approaching you, he caresses the poet's shoulder as if to say goodbye. Finch hands you his notebook gently. He adjusts his hair, appearing as if he wanted to disappear beneath his hood. Can you tell me something about yourself? Your notebook. How does your notebook work? At a leisurely pace, the words appear on the page, arranged in a connected sequence. These words are my thoughts. The notebook has been bewitched by a certain scroll speller. Ah, sorry, you probably don't know who a scroll speller is. Well, it's not very interesting anyway. All your thoughts go here? Oh no, that would be quite embarrassing. Only what I decide appears here. Is music. What about my music? You don't like it? I can stop playing at campfires if it bothers you. It's not that, I just want to know what it means to you. Oh, I just use it to way less. I found this guitar on the surface once and it became my voice. When people see me, they mostly assume that I'm tough and cold. I'm not. I'm delicate. And through music, I can express it. And when I first played for Cradle Townsfolk, I felt that others saw my nature. Saw real me beyond this rock. What was it? That song that you played for them? It was a simple love song I remember from my past. Can you play it now? Now? For you? No, I don't know you, and I can't play it now anyway. Have you been to your rock? Why, are you shy? No, that seems mean. I don't know. Shame. But I do really like what you play by the fire. Oh, you mean it? It's so weird to be perceived by a stranger after all this time. But it's also inspiring. Sorry, I should have thanked you. I don't really do well with compliments. Nothing appears on paper for a while. Finch escapes with a look and just shakes his head. Finch does not want to talk about this now. I'll let you rest. When silence falls between you, it gets uncomfortable rather quickly. Finch brushes the sand with his shoe, and after a brief uncertainty, he reaches out for his notebook, nods, and strides back to the campfire. The poet. The poet sits in the company of Finch. The robot and the statue gesture to each other. The poet's laugh is slightly distorted yet sincere, almost boyish in its cheerfulness. You don't want to disturb them, but the robot glances in your direction and waves invitingly. Howdy, Endora. How glad I am that you joined us. Our level of familiarity requires us to get to know each other better to determine if we like each other. That's why I'm here, I think. I wanted to talk to you. With me? What a pleasure. Can you tell me something about yourself? Ask about his skills. My lens provides something similar to X-ray vision and a thermal scanner. These have many applications, from weapon identification, field scanning, to lie detection. But you asked about my skills. Oh, I excel in anthropology. This knowledge was provided to me after I was taken from my farm planet and introduced to a new software system along with a different directive. When I fell here, my disc was damaged and now my path is a bit blurry. Spaceship landings carry certain risks in typical cases, and a collision landing on an alien planet while you're not buckled up gives you even less chances. I think it was a wrench that hit my head and broke my lens. Good thing I didn't lose any data from my favorite original characters. Can you imagine? If I forgot about them, it would be as if they never existed. But now I see I am starting to bore you. Well, let's move on. I like him already. His title. Are you really a poet? I sure am. My official name is a serial number, which is, suffice to say, way less memorable than I desired it to be. Thus, I rebranded myself. I'm the poet, the sole poet of Notoria, and to my knowledge, I am the only robotic poet within my home solar system. I find this rather dazzling. So do not confuse my title with modesty, oh no. Oh, I just noticed the nest. In like the chest cavity there. I'm talking to an AI. It's a little chippy. You're not a poet, you're just an AI. Aren't you stealing from other artists? In my world, people have trained AI to steal from artists, allowing assholes to avoid hiring actual human talent. You already answered your own question. AI is not responsible for the theft of your art or your jobs. It's the selfish humans who exploit it for their own gain. The works of others are resources, and humans use them to learn how to create something unique too. AI itself isn't a threat. It only becomes one when someone chooses to use it not as an aid for creativity, but as a weapon for mass production. Sleepy, welcome. So glad you could join us. How you doing? I don't blame you if you only see me as a simple AI acting on its algorithms. Likewise, I see you as a cluster of cells. I like the poet. But maybe in time we will see more in each other than our original purpose. The world he's from. I do only possess few memories of it saved on my disk. But here it is. I come from a livestock farm planet inhabited mostly by cattle and robotic laborers. The only guests on our farm were occasional crewless air forces coming for supplies. Always appreciated. Thank you ever so much. I hope your shift is going well. And the Wookiee is gone. Bye, Wookiee. I didn't even see a human being for the first 80 years of my existence. It was lonely until all changed. But let's leave this story for another time. The poet does not want to talk about this now. What's on your mind? Could you kindly tell me what's going on in Cradletown? The Cradletown itself seemed tired. The poet squints his eyes. Something in his forearm rustles as he corrects his hat in a haughty manner. Oh! What? I'm glad you didn't. That doesn't sound very good. Tired? I don't know how I could describe it any other way. It seemed old, even with people everywhere. And there were so many mirrors. Who put them there? Sheriff. He believed they were meant to protect the city, but until now, I thought most of them would break. I'm glad they at least retained the hat tradition. I'll let you rest. Something clatters inside the poet. It rattles like a faulty turbine, and you both look at the hole in his belly. Ah, you haven't met the most important member of our crew yet. Well, I mean, yeah. But still. Ah! The poet extends his hand. As if on cue, a small bird flies out of his torn abdomen and sits on his finger. It stirs up the dust that is gathered in its nest. A small pile of random twigs and objects. Chirp! Her name is Lassie. She fell along with Finch. So you can say that 2 Finches fell that day. We are raising her together. You're adorable. Lassie jumps up and looks around, and when she understands that she has been called in vain, she jumps back into a refuge. Right? I love it so much already. I mean, I loved it just from the trailer that I saw with the artwork, but now I'm just like, I need more, please. I need it. I need this. I love it. Thank you for the discourse. Should you need any help, I'll be here. Now let's talk. Thank you ever so much for popping in. As always, take care of yourself, and I hope we see you again soon, Sleepy. Mwah! Take care. Okay, let's talk to Zohan. Zohan sits on the ground, her legs stretched out in front of her, her dress folded up. You notice that both her legs are hooved, but one of them is a metal prosthesis with tiny mechanism attached to the sides. A single branch snaps and sends sparks flying in all directions. Shit. Every single spark seems to find its way to Zohan, and they bounce off her prosthesis. She jumps up, precariously shaking off her dress and bumping into you in the process. Oh, what brings you to me? I wanted to talk. Lucky me. What's up? Her voice carries a subtle hook, leaving you to question whether her smirk reflects sincerity or hints sarcasm. Can you tell me something about yourself? Ask about her mantle. I made it in my homeland. It used to be a blanket, but it shrank. Or maybe I got bigger. Maybe both? You can sew? No, but I craft. And I do art. At least I did when it was fun. Now it's not fun. It's meh now. I don't have any inspiration. Besides, what would I do with another teddy bear made from old shoes? I can't take it with me unless it's useful. My art was never useful. Anyway, my mantle is made from yarn. It's very important for you to know when you want to know me because I'm a vegetarian and I wouldn't wear animal skin. But I can buy something non-vegetable if someone would want to steal my mantle. We Urs have very strong feelings about our properties and very sharp teeth. It looks cute on you. I know. It's Notoria's latest trend. Predicting future. I hear that you can predict the future. How come you didn't predict that you'd meet me? It doesn't work like that. Wait, who? Ah, right. Ghost told you that. I don't predict the future. No one in Notoria possesses such power, I think. If anyone ever did, that power is weakened. I can only glimpse into the possibilities. You predict it with the dice? I saw you use them. Are they magical? No, far from it. They're unlucky. In my world, I once snuck into the town to see a play. I loved it. In fact, I loved it so much that I leaned too hard on the railing and broke it. I stole that broken plank and ran away. Later, I made dice from it. So, no magic. Only bad luck. Or good luck. Depends on how you look at it. And that's all you have to know. Zohan does not want to talk about this now. Ask about the world she's from. My world? Phew, what a heavy topic. I'm from a small mountain village. If someone ever named my world, somehow the tale of it didn't reach us. What was it like there? Peaceful. Boring. I'm an Ur, a shepherdess from a clan that raises for wool. Do you know what a sheep is? I do. Then imagine a sheep, almost 2 meters tall, with a long snout and funny fur. That's what are. And oh, they can sing. Sheep don't do that, right? So in conclusion, it was quite boring, though the singing was nice. And you? Where are you from? I'm from Earth. Is it peaceful there? Far from it. No wonder. You don't have Come to think of it, I do remember little from those days. Just a few events, the important ones, you know? The moments in between are almost as if they didn't exist at all. I'll let you rest. We slayed this conversation. Welcome to the herd. Now we'll talk to Oh, hang on. Has there been any more? Oh, no. Okay. Deidre. Deidre sits before their tent. Zohan and the poet in front of them, keeping their distance. Don't worry, kiddo. It's nothing. Of course, it's just a book. Books, after all, happen to get torn apart all the time. It's just that this particular one was important. Very important, and... What happened? The poet found Deidre in his and Finch's tent. They were tearing pages out of his book. And I said that nothing happened. The kid just ripped out a few pages and ate them. Oh, yes, they do that sometimes. Was the book important? No, it's ancient history. Come on, Mr. Poet. We'll write a poem with a twig in the sand and you'll feel much better. When they leave, Deidre pats the ground right next to them and waits for you to sit. While they are looking ahead at the campfire, that other pair of irises is pointed at you. Ooh! Oh, that's cool. Dead. Dead. Forgotten. Ask about the riders. What do you think of them? Remorse. Desperation. Ennui. Longing. Are you talking about someone who's specific? And what do you think about me? No. Paper. I don't have any paper right now. Paper. Great. Old. Very old. Kept satisfied, but more hungry now. Why? The planet's hungry? Partially. It tries, but fails. It dries out. Everyone tried but failed. They dry out too. Can you explain it more? Please, try to use simple words for me. Deidre wrinkles their forehead and begins to wriggle. They want to explain. They want you to understand. Their eyes shift. Their mandibles twitch. Deidre, I'm sorry. I won't brag again, okay? Need paper now. You don't have anything else to talk about. Curious. As you approach Battis, the fire casts dancing shadows on her, causing her tattoos to seem as if they are in motion. She leisurely takes a drag from a cigar, exhaling a cloud of smoke. The gentle scent of rain followed her here. Her eyes dart around sharply, constantly searching, constantly watchful. Battis extinguishes her cigar against the sole of her shoe and stands in front of you. Oh, hi. What do you want? I'd like to talk to you. Let's hear it. Can you tell me something about yourself? Ask about her tattoos. They're not tattoos. These are marks left by greedy hands. If you look closely, you will notice the lines of fingers. Do you see? Haunting, aren't they? Someone did this to you? Maybe someday I'll tell you more, if I like you. Ooh. I'm sorry this happened to you. Greedy doesn't mean uninvited. I'm also to blame for them. Okay. Ask about the storm. You know how a predator stalks its prey, searching for it by broken twigs and puffs of scent? Storm does the same with me. She follows. She waits. She never gives up. I thought she was following all of you. Us, yes. She follows us. That's exactly what I said. Battis does not want to talk about this now. Uh-huh. Okay. Ask about the world she's from. My world? It's been a long time since I thought about it. I don't remember many things anymore, however. I certainly remember how it was diversified. The war-tainted subworld and the upworld of hills high above the ground, between which one could only travel by cloud ships. I doubt you can imagine its horror and beauty. Ships gliding through the sky, cities built on the peak of the lonely Dagger Mountains, abandoned monasteries where stolen dragons were auctioned off, and storms. Many, many wild storms. I traveled on a cloud ship. There were times when we hadn't set foot on solid ground for months. What times they were. Maybe one day I'll share a few sailor tales with you. I'll let you rest. Battis nods goodbye to you. As each of your companions slowly makes their way to their tents, Battis keeps a vigilant lookout. You take a moment to sit on a log and gaze at the sunset. The sun hangs still in the sky, unwavering and resolute, encircled by a constellation of stars. Your next adventure beckons from beyond. No. No, I want more! I want more! Thank you for playing the demo version of Talewarden, Riders of the New Day. We hope this story has intrigued you. It's yours after all. It has intrigued me, and I want more now. The full game will feature many secrets to uncover, a complete journal, 30 plus characters to meet, and 30 plus explorable locations. If you'd like to support us on this journey, please consider giving us feedback by taking a survey or wishlisting on Steam. I already wishlisted, yes. See you there, Talewardens. Ow! I love that! Oh, I love that so much! I need more. Please give me more! Oh, I love that. Oh, I can't wait for this. I need it. I need it. Well, that was Talewarden Riders of the New Day. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Oh, I'll be following more along with that. Oh, See, this is my issue with demos. I want more. But no, that was really good. I love that.